Oh, excuse me. Everywhere I go. Hello, hello, hello. Gonna get started here in a minute. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Ugh. Oh, no, that's. Mm. Hello, guys. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Why haven't. Hello, welcome. Um, let me see. What's up, guys? Welcome to the chat. If you need help, my name is Catherine. Welcome to the chat. So today, question of the day: why haven't you find the right person yet? Why you think it's a problem? Comment down below. Talk to me about it. I love to hear why you think you haven't. Why do you think you haven't found the right person yet? I'm not rich, but I'm rich in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, but I'm not rich. I'm just a regular girl. Trying to live the American dream. But yeah, one day I'm gonna be rich though. In Jesus' name. Hi Tyler, welcome. So why haven't you found a right partner yet? Why you think you haven't found a right partner yet? Comment down below. Comment down below why you think you haven't found the right partner yet. The right partner. Yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? Or do you have the right person yet? How do you know I haven't found the right person? Oh yeah, that was just my next question. I'm like, why haven't you found the right person yet? But if you have found the right person, how did you know it was the right person? Comment down below. Okay, just for example, right? I was married for over 15 years. I wouldn't say that was my right partner. I wouldn't say he was the right person. I can sure to say that. So finding the right person, it can mean a whole lot. It can mean differently to everybody. But so I love to hear your insight or your input if you know why you think you haven't found the right person yet. Yeah. Do you play Roblox? No, I don't. Because it's not Jesus. No, I'm just saying, like, a right partner. Why you think you haven't found a right partner yet? Or it could be maybe it's not God time, or maybe that's not just the right person for you. Um, maybe you just um maybe God is showing you a different direction and you going a different direction. Like I said, for example, I used to be married for over 15 years, but I wouldn't say he was my right partner. You know what I mean? Even though we was together for a long time, I wouldn't say he was my right partner. So I love to hear your input. So sometimes we want certain things for ourselves. That's not what God has for us. So by you being with somebody for many amount of years, that doesn't mean it's the right partner. Um, I had a boyfriend once. Okay. Uh, Hi Andrew, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I might have to put you on charge here for a minute because I'm so bad with phone for real. Like my phone be going there, I still holding it until it go there. That's very bad. Um, yeah, comment down below. Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? I haven't found the right person. Okay, in another case, I would say, sometimes giving somebody else a chance, feeling like maybe this person might be the you and somebody have a lot in common and stuff like that. Then you just assume that that might be the right person for you. But I have experienced that before, even though I had all the signs from the beginning that maybe this person was not, maybe something was just off. Yeah, we might have had a lot in common and stuff like that. We might have been compatible in certain ways. We had different, we had good connection, but um guys speaking to you telling you something is off, or your intuition telling you something is off, something is not just right, and still going for it knowing that okay, yeah, guy's not going to come down here physically to tell you that something is off. Sometimes he might talk to us through our intuition or somebody else, but we still don't listen to that. We still go for it anyway. Then later, when everything starts to fall in place, you already been with a person for maybe years, and you be like, I wish I should have listened from the beginning that this person was not just the yeah. I might have um had connection with this person. I might have liked the person. I might have wanted this to work, but from the beginning, God is just telling you that something is off, and you just ignore it. You know what I mean? Then later, you're gonna later on you start to regret it. Yeah. So um, I'm trying to type something here just for a minute. Talk to me about it. Okay. Why haven't you found the right person? Yeah. Talk to me about it. Okay. By the way, that's my other channel up there. If you are into vlogs and stuff like that, check it out. Yeah, okay, let's get back on track. So, um, well, when I'm saying the right person, mean like yeah, the person might not be the right person 100%, but like somebody that you can be like, you can share your time with, like, for the long term. Like you and that person have a lot in common and stuff like that. You can actually, yeah, you two might not be perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all have our own flaws and stuff like that. I'm not perfect. You are not perfect. I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but someone that you can actually be like, okay, yeah, this person, both of us love each other unconditionally. We're gonna be loyal to each other. We're gonna be committed to each other. We're gonna make this relationship work. And you actually do the work, what it takes to make that relationship work. And you two are willing to make sure that you don't do anything to hurt your partner feelings, meaning something that you know that, yeah, this is wrong, and so go and do it. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying, oh, n- when I say not hurting your partner feeling, I'm not talking about just like being truthful to your partner. No, I'm talking about deliberately just doing stuff to hurt your partner feelings, and knowing that what you're doing is wrong, or you wouldn't want that to be done to you, and you to actually want to be there because you want to be there. That's what I mean when that's sort of what I meant when I be like, find the right person. You know, you ain't gonna. Nobody want to be with somebody who is gonna make your life a living hell. Obviously, that's not the right person for you. It's somebody just gonna make a life miserable. They disrespect you. They do everything wrong in the power just to piss you off every day and just treat you like trash. Obviously, that's not the right person. So when I say the right person, it's just someone who is actually trying to treat you right as a person, like how they would like to be treated. Um, why haven't you found the right partner yet? Talk to me. My bad. I just wrote that. Yeah, that's why, man, when I'm like, the right person, even though we all here have um different expectation as to what we are looking for when it comes to a relationship, or when it comes to a partnership, we are all looking for something different. Yeah, what might work for your relationship might not work for me, or what you might compromise in your relationship, I might not be willing to compromise that in my relationship. So, um, meeting each other halfway without you having to compromise your belief or things that you are against, not having to compromise that just in the name of love. You know what I mean? Or you know that it's not right, but you have to compromise that just because you love the person. No, that's not what I mean. So yeah, so to explain that a little bit, what to compromise no matter what. I just explained it. I said it's different in every way, right? What might work for a relationship might not work for your relation, might not work for my relationship. For example, if I was somebody who is gonna, yeah, go into a relationship, we all have different lists of stuff that we want in a relationship, a must have, right, for our partner. But they'll say, if I was to date somebody right now, that person cover pretty much everything on my list. Even though I might want that person to be very tidy, they'll say, yeah, that person can still clean, make sure clean the house and stuff like that. But that person might just be basic with other stuff. They'll say work, they are family person, then just make sure they do everything else on that list. But maybe one or two times out of that week, they might not like to wash dishes, right? I'm just giving you guys an example. Maybe that person don't like to wash the dishes when it's done, stuff like that. That, to me personally, that alone is minor. if that person carry everything on my list or check out everything on my list, but that's the only thing that person cannot do on our list, let's say wash your dishes or excuse me, wash your dishes or excuse me, or don't know how to, or don't like doing laundry and stuff like that. To me personally, yeah, I would like my partner to be able to do stuff like that, right? But if that's the only thing that they do not check out on our list, or they might know how to do it but might not like doing it, I think I can compromise stuff like that, right? Yeah. If I choose not to wash the dishes or do the laundry or stuff like that, I'm just making assumption. They'll say if I don't want to do the laundry or wash the dishes, yeah, you guys can compromise stuff like that. Maybe you guys can come together, be like, yeah, I would rather like for you to clean after yourself and stuff like that, and wash your dishes, do your laundry. I don't just want you throwing stuff everywhere. If that's not that person's strength, that they are not good at doing stuff like that, they can pay somebody to do that. If that's the only thing they can do, stuff like that. To me personally, stuff like that, you guys can just like, yeah. If you get somebody to come to the house maybe once or twice a week to clean up, he gonna pay for that, right? Because he don't want to maybe do his laundry or clean after himself. Yeah, he will have to pay for stuff like that. Like somebody can come over maybe once or twice a week to do the cleaning, and he gonna be responsible for stuff like that. So yeah, stuff like that I can compromise, but when it comes to stuff like my belief system, stuff that earlier I told you guys my phone was going dead. But anyway, for example, as I was talking, for example, let's say if I was to be with somebody who is into certain things, I just feel like it's wrong. It's really wrong. I wouldn't want to go with someone like that, having to have to live with that, knowing that if you say you love somebody, you should be able to tell them the truth, especially when something is just like something that you just feel like, yeah, I can't be with somebody like that who feel like it's okay to do stuff like this. Um, I'm on live. I'm live right now. Can I use your Android? Yeah, sure. So stuff like that. No, the other one. No, it's in the room. It's on the room. Yeah. Um. So stuff like that, I personally wouldn't live with stuff like that, knowing that my partner feel like this is right, but I feel like this is just wrong, and I have to live with someone like that. Then every day I go to bed just feeling the guilt. Yeah, I wouldn't want to compromise stuff like that. Or um, for example, being with a partner who might, okay, at my age personally, if I should be honest with you guys, I have two girls. I have well, my oldest, she about to be 19. My youngest, she's 17. She'll be 18 here in a minute. So at my age, me personally, I wouldn't want to have another child. So if I wanted to be in a relationship with another guy, and he would love to have kids. Me personally, knowing that, yeah, I don't want to have any more. I don't want to have another kid. I personally wouldn't want to. I wouldn't feel good having to be in a relationship with somebody who knowing that, oh, okay, this dude, this guy, he don't have kids and he would like to have kids, and I know very well that I'm 100% sure that I don't want to have no more kids. I wouldn't just want to keep that person knowing that this is something that they would love to accomplish in a lifetime. You know what I mean? You just like lie to the person and get them false hope that you might change your thoughts. I personally wouldn't live with stuff like that, knowing that every day we'll go to bed, and I know that personally wouldn't want to just kiss someone who would like to have a kid and haven't had a kid yet, and just get that person false hope, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't live for stuff like that. So just to give you an example, stuff like that. Uh, those are or maybe we had different belief system. Those say maybe they had different religion as me. I personally wouldn't compromise that. So I just feel like vice versa. For example, if me and that person wanted to have kids and in the future and that person have a different religion as me, I personally wouldn't want to compromise stuff like that because I just feel like if we were to have kids together, how will we determine um our kids who they're going to, well, what route are they going to go? Yeah, stuff like that. I do not compromise. So I just feel like um when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not willing to compromise it because I just feel like, yeah, some people might not care about stuff like that, that that person have a different religion as you, but stuff like that I don't just like to complicate it. um I would rather be with someone who don't have a different religion as me, or who don't have a religion. At least they are open to my religion and stuff like that, or being a good person, or actually I would say being a Christian. Let me just be real. So yeah, those are stuff that I personally wouldn't compromise. Maybe those are some of this stuff I wouldn't want to compromise, or somebody who is open to um for example, a partner. If I was to have a different, I would to have a different partner. Maybe that person is open to like an open marriage or stuff like that. I don't like to complicate stuff like that. I don't believe in bringing somebody else into my relationship. So me personally, and I don't like sharing. So me personally, if that person were open to stuff like that, I wouldn't even want to date someone like that. You know what I mean? So that's why it's very important when you and someone are getting together. Yeah, these are a little bit tough discussion that you guys can have, but it's very important that you have the discussion, or what is the person into, what are some of the things that they are into. So this if you feel like you are not open to stuff like that, uh why would I want to date you if I'm not open to some of the stuff that you are open to, so I personally wouldn't compromise stuff like that. But I love to hear your opinion. Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? When I say the right person, yeah, the person is not 100%, but uh, the person might be maybe 95% or 90%, but the other 10% they are willing to work. Excuse me, they are open to working on that 10% that they are not good at. I wouldn't want to date with anyone or be in a relationship with anyone who is not open to change, who just feel like everything they do is right, and they know very well that everything they do is not right. Yeah. So, or um, someone who is not open to like the partner just being open to expressing how they feel and stuff like that. Me personally, I wouldn't want to date someone like that. Let's talk about something. How about the fact that Jesus was just a false prophet? I mean, that's your belief, right? So that's your belief. If you feel like that's how what he were to you, me personally, I don't force people to be a Christian. So I am a Christian. I wouldn't force you to be a Christian. At the end of the day, you serve who you want to serve. I serve who I want to serve. So at the end of the day, if just for example, if you felt like Jesus was a false prophet or you don't believe in Christianity, I personally wouldn't want to date you because I just feel like it's just going to complicate stuff. So those are stuff just to give you a good example. That's something that I wouldn't want to compromise. Well, me personally, that would just be unnecessary conversation I will have to keep going back and forth with. Yeah, just that's a really good example you just said. So me personally, I wouldn't want to complicate stuff when it comes to your belief or my belief. So me personally, just I said earlier, if you had different belief, I had different belief or religion, whatever you call it, I wouldn't want to date someone who is not the same religion as me. So uh, yeah. um oh, you say, oh, you gay. I mean, that's your choice. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I'm just saying, um, I'm not here to judge anybody. Nobody's perfect. We all have something to work on at the end of the day. So, I'm sure we all know that there's a higher power. Even if you don't believe in God or Jesus, I truly believe that at the end of the day, we all believe that there's a higher power up there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and we all know what is right, what is wrong, and we choose to do what we want to do. So, at the end of the day, when it's judgment day, we're going to have to, you know, talk about um, what would they on here on earth or whatever believe. Anyway, I don't want to go through into that, but at the end of the day, we all are going to get account of what we did when we're on earth here. Because at the end of the day, we are not all going to be here forever. So, you know, I tell everybody, just live life to the fullest. Live every day as if today was your last day. Because, tomorrow does not promise you tomorrow. Yeah, we know if we're gonna be here tomorrow. We know if we're gonna be here a day after tomorrow. So I just feel like we are not all perfect. We sin every day. We all sin every day. Nobody is perfect. We all sin every day. So what matters the most is even by talking about somebody, the way you wish you look at somebody, the way you treat other people. Like I said, we sing every day. We all sing. Even the Bible says that we are called short of the glory of God. So we are all here by the grace of God. Me personally, that's who I believe in. So I don't force other people to be a Christian. But at the end of the day, we all believe that there is a higher power out there. Um. So with that said, how did you know that you found the right person, or why haven't you found the right person yet? That's a question of the day. Comment down below. Why haven't you found the right person yet? Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? Comment down below. Why you just keep why you think it's an issue of you just keep picking the right partner, or um yeah, it might be a different person, but you just keep attracting the wrong partner. Why you think is that? Or why do you not want to settle right now? Like I said, we all have um different expectation for our relationship. What you might be open to, I might not be open to it. So, why you feel like it might be difficult, or why you feel like you haven't found the right person yet? Yeah. And earlier, I gave you guys just a great example of my me personally. I haven't been a lot of relationship, but just giving you guys a example that I gave earlier. Yeah, I may have been with my ex-husband for a long time. We might have been married for over 15 years or been together for over 18 years, but I personally wouldn't say he was the right person for me, you know? So, all our definition of the right person might not look the same. So that's why I'm asking, why haven't you found the right person yet? If you haven't found the right person, but if you have, what make you feel like, yeah, this is my person? Comment down below. I think we're gonna be here. I wanted to be on here for at least an hour, but my phone battery is pretty low. As you guys say, it went dead here, not too long. So we'll see. Um, excuse me, because I have the car running right now because I have to keep the phone on charge. So without chit chat, yeah, these are tough discussion. I feel like we should all be having. Yeah, it might feel uncomfortable to have, but it's important. I mean, you can't learn something if you are not open to learning other people perspective or the side of stuff. Yeah, you might not agree with everything they have to say, but listening to other people point of view, um at the end of the day, you I don't expect you to agree with the other person, but listening to that side, you say your side, and it's okay not to agree if you don't agree, but that's how we learn every day. Or somebody past experience, they might be able to open up about the past experience or the past relationship experience or some of the lesson they have learned in the past relationship. I might have been in not many relationship. You might have been in many relationship. So throughout your relationship, you may have learned something that I may not have learned. So I just feel like that's why I created this channel. We can have an open and adult discussion in a way we can all learn something. There's always something to learn from somebody. Yeah, it might not be everything that person have to say, but you can learn something from someone yeah, that you may not want to make that mistake in your current relationship, or if you decide to be in a relationship that you may not want to try stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there's never into learning. We should always be open to learning every day. There's always something new to learn. So that's why I created this channel in a way we can be able to have open discussion. Um, I don't expect you to take everything I say on this channel to your relationship. At the end of the day, you are the one that in your relationship. You know what works for you. So I always say, take something from this channel that is going to help you. Don't just take it because Catherine says so, but take what you think might help you in your relationship. You may not want to take everything, but take something that yeah, it's going to truly help you in your relationship. It's going to help strengthen your relationship. So, but anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me listen to you guys. Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? Hello, welcome. Welcome to the channel. welcome, guys. So for those of you who are just coming on the chat, today's topic of the day is why haven't you found a right partner yet? Mr. and Mrs. You're right. Why you think you haven't found the right person yet? Um, and what you think holding you back? Comment down below. If you feel like you have found the right person though, how did you know this was your person? Comment down below. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to the chat. Comment down below why you haven't found the right person yet. Comment down below why you think it's so difficult to find the right person. Why you think so? I just said just Joshua Bell. Oh, sorry, I don't want to mispronounce it. But welcome to the chat. Today's topic: why you feel like you haven't found the right partner yet. Comment down below. Um, I always say though, like I hear people saying, or some people believe when you are a certain age, your expectation should be. I always say, we should have realistic expectation. Um, I wouldn't ask my partner to deliver something that I cannot deliver for them. So, um, going to a relationship, you also have to have a realistic expectation. So if you feel like you expecting your partner to be certain way and you cannot deliver the same thing, I think you should learn to be realistic at the end of the day. Um, I'm not saying settle for the bare minimum, but your expectations should be realistic. And you shouldn't have to just settle just because you're getting older or you feel like your time is finishing, or you feel like you're old. I i would say, if you haven't found the right person yet, or if you feel like you haven't found the right partner, and maybe you might be in your 50 and stuff like that, you have been through so many relationships and you just feel like everybody all through your relationship, everybody was wrong or everybody was a problem. Sometimes it's good to take a step back and re-evaluate all the different relationships. At the end of the day, I'm not saying you was wrong in a relationship, but sometimes it's good to take a step back and reevaluate all your relationship and see what you did in all your relationship, or what was the problem, why you think certain things didn't work out. In that way, when you do get into the next relationship, or if you start to talk to somebody and that person have you start to see those red flags that somebody that you had dated in the past before had these, stuff, that you don't just go for it just because of the looks. Yeah, this person might be, you know, some people care more about the physical aspect than what a person can deliver or what's within. So at the end of the day, sure, you go for what you want to go for. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's not a bad thing to be, somewhat realistic. Yeah. But anyway, oh, they were trying to text something. So yeah, for those of you who come here, I love to hear your info. Why you think um all your relationship or throughout your relationship experience, excuse me, why you think you haven't just come across the right person yet? Comment down below. What are some of the things that you are looking for when you feel like, oh, this is my person? What you think? What are you looking for? I think we're gonna be here for another 5 minutes. Then we're in the chat. Um, yeah, my phone is not fully charged. So for sure tomorrow though, tomorrow I won't be able to go live. Uh, if I do go live tomorrow, it's gonna be pretty late. So I don't think I'll be going live because I have to do two shifts tomorrow. But Wednesday for sure, I'll go live Wednesday. Before 4 o'clock. With you guys, we can chit chat. I love talking to you guys. Even if I don't have a topic, I still like to come live. We can chit chat. It don't always have to be like playing. We can just talk because I want us to be able to talk about stuff in a way. Sometimes people out here may not have a friends group that they can just open up to and stuff like that, or someone that can just listen to them, whatever they might be going through, that they just need a listening ears. um Maybe that person might not even need advice from you, but they just might need a listening ears. Yeah, this channel is all about that. So you guys are welcome to stop by anytime. um you can stop by anytime. I try to be pretty consistent on here. For the most part, I do go live between 3:30 to 6:30, and I try to be live on here at least 4 or 5 times out of the week, depending on my schedule. I know sometimes I don't always work. I might be like, oh, I'm off tomorrow, but then I might pick a shift. But I try to be pretty consistent on here. So if you into this kind of content, you like the content, you are welcome to stop by anytime. We are not here to judge. We're here to help each other grow. Um, I'm not perfect. I don't expect you to be perfect. You have something to work on. You have something that you're lacking off. I have something to work on. So, what matter the most though? Whatever you are not good at when it comes to a relationship, what matter the most is, yeah, I may not be 100% perfect. I may not be good at everything, but whatever I'm not good at, I'm willing to work on stuff like that to at least work on that. That I'm not just like, oh, it's either my way or no way. No, as long you are open to working on those stuff that you are not good at, um, I think it helps a whole lot. Instead of you just being stuck in your own way, you just feel like you don't have nothing to work on. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys on here. If you ever have a topic, I'm always open to new topic ideas, or content ideas for the channel. Like I said, sometimes I try to do little different stuff. I know in the past I have mentioned I would like to also do like a, excuse me, a reacting video. I have tried a couple of times. Sometimes we can react to other people relationship and stuff like that, or stuff that people have been through the past in a relationship. And I feel like, by you watching stuff like that, people telling you about their story, what they've been through. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you, but sometimes it helps you open your eye to other stuff in a way. when you start to talk to other people or a new partner or whoever you're trying to entertain, when you start to talk to that person, and you know whatever someone else have learned in a relationship, that story to tell you about it, stuff like that. You can open your eye and be like, I need to pay attention, open my eye to this. In that way, I don't make some mistake that I'll have to regret in the past. That you just open your eye in a way. You know when to let go. You feel like, yeah, I'm willing to work with this person, or yeah, this person must go right now. In a way, you don't waste your time. I feel like we all have story, we all have relation story to tell. We all have been through something in the past that when we tell other people, they can learn something from. So, um, this channel is all about that, and we here as much as we are here to learn from each other, but I feel like we are here also to teach, you know, keep keep each other accountable, because I feel like as a friend group, um, you should be willing to tell people the truth. We ain't here to sugarcoat any stuff. Because I feel like if you had a friend, you would like to tell them the truth. If they're making a mistake or if they're doing something wrong, you would like to tell them the truth. So I feel like this channel is all about that as well. So, um, as much I would love to build each other up, help each other grow, but we also here to um each other accountable for everything as well. So yeah, I'm open to that as well. If you ever see me, you like, Catherine, maybe what you talking about is not right or whatever, you have suggestion, I'm always open to that as well. Or if I'm doing something you feel like it's wrong, yeah, hold me accountable. I'm not Nobody's perfect, so I feel like this channel is all about the highs and lows of relationship, and just looking a better way to help better your relationship, because we all come from different parenting, different generation. The way we're brought up is all different. So I feel like, what you might feel like, is okay. Maybe somebody else might feel like it's not. So that's why sometimes relationship can be a little bit difficult, because we all come from different background, we're all brought up differently. Um so some people might feel like, by you expressing yourself, that means you are disrespectful, you are rude, you are not ladylike or whatever. But me personally, I feel like when both partner are together, I feel like, it's not how you say it, but it's how you say it. Like, we if I feel like, yeah, we're gonna be in this relationship, we need to hold each other accountable. We need to be able to express our feelings and about stuff. You shouldn't have to hold your feeling back because you feel like you're going to hurt your partner feeling. Yeah, we might not always agree on the same thing, but I feel like it's very important that your partner feel like they are in a safe place to express themselves without feeling like they're going to be judged of anything. Yeah, you might not agree with them, but listen to your partner. Um, then express yourself. You be open to you expressing yourself and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it can relationship is not one street. No matter who is doing the most in a relationship, you guys have to be willing to work as a team for that relationship to work. Yeah, your partner, maybe for example, your partner might be the breadwinner, but maybe you the stay home, or you taking care of the kids, whatever it is. I don't know. how your relationship look like. But at the end of the day, not because your partner is a breadwinner, that means whatever he says go. I think a good partner will be open to, having discussion, where you both agree on the same stuff, or you feel like, what is the right thing for this relationship, in a way for it to work. It can't just be one way for it to work. You cannot be going 100% in a relationship and your partner is going 25%. You expect that relationship to work. No, you both have to be willing to work together as a team in order for that relationship to work. So, anyway, I think I'm going to close the chat for now. Yeah. Leave your thoughts, leave your insight, what you think. Um, looking forward to hearing why you think you haven't found the right person. If you have found the right person, you can share with the chat how you did, what how did you know this was the right person as well. So until then, you guys stay safe. Be careful who you invite into your life, because at the end of the day, when you and that person are not together, be very mindful who you invite into your life, because some people don't just know when to let go or how to let go. So some people feel like if you and them are not together, if you are not with them, you shouldn't be with anybody else. Some people don't know how to let go. So, or they just feel like if you and them are not together, they should just um make sure they destroy your whole life or make your life a living hell. So it's very important we choose wisely, because at the end of the day, I always say nothing lasts forever. People change over time. Um, some people change for the best, some people change for the worst. I don't expect everything to be always the same. People change over time. So it's very important that we are choosing wisely who we invite into our lives, because at the end of the day, when our relationship has taken its course, that you guys can be a adult about it and be willing to let go, in that way you guys are able to move on with your next relationship journey. So and you guys can be respectful to each other. I know it don't always work like that at the end of the day. But um you don't you can't control how other people behave, but um you can control who you choose into your life. But at the end of the day, that's going to determine who you invite into your life. So until then, you guys still safe. Um, if you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give me more topic that we can discuss about something that you have interest in talking about. Let me know. Until then, I will see you guys. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, which I don't think I will, if I do see you guys tomorrow, it might be pretty late, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. That's gonna be pretty late. But Wednesday though, I'll go live on Wednesday before 4 o'clock. Excuse me, Wednesday and Thursday, I'll go live before 4 o'clock. So enough of me talking. But I know, life happens at the end of the day. And one thing I would say before I let you guys go, uh, things happen. Hold on, let me drink. Lives happen. People change. Expect people to change. Um, so at the end of the day, be willing to let go when it's time to let go. Don't just like feel like you have to be with somebody just for the sake of it. If you feel like, oh, you have done everything in your power to make that relationship work, and you just feel like it's time to let go, be willing to let go. Um, yeah, that's it, y'all. Y'all stay safe. I will see you guys. I would say Wednesday. I will see you guys Wednesday. Okay. Bye. Stay blessed.